Let's go. Yeah, I'm here, y'all. I'm here, y'all. We're gonna do like, a little nice hour live. One in the chat if y'all hear me. One in the chat for those that's in the chat already. One in the chat if you hear me. Please. One in the chat if y'all hear me. There you go. My man Repeat with the heat. Just want to make sure I'm good. I just need y'all time for, about an hour or so. I mean, for the ones that is here, let me just start off and like, say this, I mean, as you guys know, I've spoke about. I'm sorry about that. As you guys know, I've spoke about, you know, what was it? Not last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, or something like that. About my the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle when they had their game, basically, right? We did that live, and I just want people to really think with an open mind. There's a lot of funny things that's kind of telling us a lot of shit, you know, and I want you guys to be prepared. I think we will see a Super Bowl that we didn't expect, you know. Um, of course you're gonna get the regulars who'll say, "Oh no, we'll get Eagles and Chiefs once again." Shit like that. You'll hear people say that. You'll hear things like that, right? The regular schmegglers, right? Not saying that the Eagles can't go back, right? Or not saying that the Chiefs can't go back, but those are just regulars all the time. And before this season, I did say I think we're gonna see a Super Bowl that we don't expect. Now, you notice I don't talk about AFC a lot. I mean, we talk about AFC, but I never give my pick on AFC. I don't feel comfortable giving my AFC pick until what are we in? We're in October, right? The beginning of October, going into week 5. I probably wouldn't feel comfortable about an AFC pick until maybe week 10ish, something like that. I need to see how certain things play out with certain teams. Certain teams is looking good now. Now, okay. Let me just say this: the team I have my eye on in the AFC, right? I'll just say this: the team I have my eye on is the Chargers. Not saying that they're gonna win anything. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that they're gonna win no Super Bowl. Let's get that straight. I didn't say that. But they can stink it up. Remember, they are the Clippers. They're the Clippers, and also the Brooklyn Nets. They second fiddle, right? But the NFC, the NFC tends to be harder, but I'm more confident in the NFC more than the AFC. As crazy as that sounds, right? Crazy as that sounds, I do want to see what happens with the Ravens. That's why, guys, that's why we did that show last week about Lamar and the Ravens. I had to get that out there, straight to the point. Like, are you guys just counting them out now? Right? As much smack as I'll give Lamar and other people give Lamar, I had to play devil's advocate on the show last week just a little bit and let people know you can't just 1000% count them out all the way. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be very careful about that. You know. So I know this is a random live, but I wanted to get it out the way, and for everybody to watch the playback, I'm just gonna get straight into it, and I think I'm actually gonna do a detailed video on this subject as well, except for just the live, right? But I'm gonna say this: you guys see the title of this stream. Okay, I see people starting to come in now. Let me say this. Let me be the first to say it. I said it 2 weeks ago. Or however you want to count, a week and a half ago or whatever. I'm gonna say it again. All right, so let me just start off and get straight to the point. Forget all the BS. My updated my updated NFC pick. As you guys know, the Packers is still going to be there. I just don't want to be switching up all the time. You can't switch up week after week, right? I'm going for political reasons. You know, I don't like playing that political shit though. But for political reasons, I've been on the Packers for about 3 years. I'm going to say this. I'm not going to switch up. I just hate the fact that a lot of people starting to jump on it as far as the general public. You starting to see, and you guys know I'm right. A lot of the general public is starting to get on the Packers, right? Especially with the move that they made with getting Micah, aka Mika, however you pronounce his name, Parsons, from the Dallas Cowboys. I understand that, right? I hated the move because now everybody's gonna jump on it, and we usually know when everybody jumps on something, it doesn't usually pan well in the end. But you know how it goes. They can struggle for a little bit or look mediocre. Other teams can do good. Then here goes the Packers on a run, and then they make the Super Bowl, right? So I have to keep them there. Let me be straight. I have to keep them there. I'm going to keep them there. But can I say they are my number one sole pick? Honestly, not no more. I know you guys are talking about Lamar, but I'm talking about NFC champions here, guys. We have to stick to the topic. I'm talking about NFC champions here, right? The whole Lamar thing, I understand it, but that's on another conference. It's another conference. Um, there's people that's high on the Lions as well, right? There's people that's high on the Eagles as well as always. There's people that's high on 49ers still. I do think the 49ers play a part in this in my pick, right? But teams playing in the Super Bowl in their in their stadium, we all know what that was for. That was a COVID thing, aka Tampa Bay Buccaneers and aka the Los Angeles Rams, right? Unless we have another outbreak or something like that, I don't know if I can see that. To be honest with you, usually outbreaks happen early in the year, right? We're about to hit 2026, right? We're in October, damn near the last quarter of the year. So I don't. No. COVID officially worldwide, well, out there in China, wherever it was being reported in October 2019. But the breakout in America didn't happen until March 2020 when they did the breakdown with the whole thing. That's true. But remember that Super Bowl when San Francisco and the Chiefs faced off. that really wasn't affected, right? It was a month later than it was, right? So let me say this. I'm gonna get to my shout outs too, as well. As you see in the title, Seattle, the Packers, I'm still putting there, but they are not my sole number one pick. Seattle is tied with the Packers to win the NFC, like I said 2 weeks ago. Yes. Now, I haven't really heard anybody talking about Seattle at all. Is it for sure? Is it a for sure thing? Of course not. Right? This video probably won't mean shit in the end. Okay, it is what it is. Everybody has their picks. But there's certain things, I pay attention to numbers. Right? And I just want you guys to just really hear me out for this whole hour I got y'all. Right? I just need you guys to hear me out. I pay attention to numbers a whole lot. A whole lot. And you know, you guys know when we did that show 2 weeks ago about Arizona and Seattle, right? And what was it? What did I talk about? The former Seattle player who had what? Child number 14, right? And my thing was, you guys didn't find that funny that they had to announce that? Why 14? Right? Now, we can always argue that comes back to the three, right? Because 4 take away 1, it gives you 3, right? Of course. So my thing is, the 3 is always going to be incorporated some way, somehow. But every 3 seed is not going to win a Super Bowl every single year. That would be too suspect, and everybody would jump on it. So they can't have that. We know that would be like, nah. But they're gonna incorporate the 3 somehow, some way. Okay, understand that, right? Hold on. So my thing is this. And yes, yes, I do understand the whole Ravens, the former Ravens, or Arthur Jones, aka John Jones' brother, did die. But I want you guys to talk about his age. I'm surprised none of you guys spoke about his age. Yes, number 14. Number 14, as you guys say, right? Number 4. He had child number 14. So I don't even know if I need to play that video. I mean, I could pop it back up again, right? But yes, number 14. You guys don't find that funny, right? So when I saw that, Seattle, the only starting quarterback we got is number 14. That's Sam Darnold. Right? Okay. Hold on 1 second. Well, not hold on. I'm with you guys. I just want to pull it back up. Okay, yeah, there you go.
So I wasn't. We're just now started.
Oh gosh, I don't see that bullshit. Yeah, so I mean, let me just go back for those that probably missed it. They probably missed it, just in case. Um, you know, here it goes. Let's start off with this.
This beautiful family, Sean. Wow.
Oh, that's so
Oh my
wow.
gosh.
So I wasn't. We're just now starting to tell people, but number 14 is in the belly. Yeah, you're the first one I've told on TV. So or on this live. So yeah, so we're just now starting to tell everybody. So we have had 10 girls, 3 boys. My oldest son, the 4th overall, Joseph, is a sophomore in high school, and
this beautiful family, Sean. Wow.
Oh, that's so.
Oh my.
Okay. There you go. Let me take that off. So, Number 14. That number was funny to me, right? Once again, they can always lead back to the 3, but the number 14 was very funny, right? And it came from a Seahawks player or former Seahawks player. Now, there's people that's gonna say, yeah, Sam Darnold's not winning no NFC championship. Yeah, that's we never thought Brock Purdy would win an NFC championship. When Joe Burrow first came in his second year, he won an AFC championship. Nobody expected that. Who else? I could keep going. We never thought Jimmy Garoppolo by himself, without being a backup, that he would win. What was that? NFC championship. Matthew Stafford been stinking it up for so long, right? We never thought he would win an NFC championship. Can I keep going? Shall I keep going? I don't know. Somebody let me know if I should keep going with a lot of people that we never would have thought would win an AFC or even an NFC championship. Right? So I think we can't even speak about that anymore. About this person will never win. We can't speak about that because just because they win the conference doesn't mean that they win the Super Bowl. Okay, Noah. The 49ers or the Rams were never a super team. None of these teams are super. See, that's the thing. That's why I ask people, do you think it's rigged or do you think it's real? None of these teams are super teams. Yeah, Joe Flacco, yeah, him too. None of these teams are super teams. It's all about the Rams. The reason why the Rams win, it has to be a reason why certain teams win for certain reasons, right? But the thing was, if we didn't know about these situations, nobody would pick these guys, right? If the Rams didn't have that whole stadium issue and also moving from St. Louis to LA, honestly, nobody would pick the Rams. We got to be honest about that. Nope, nobody would pick them. 49ers, they was never a super team because it's all about who the NFL wants to win. They fucked up twice. They had a chance twice in the last 6-7 years to win. They lost, and they lost twice to the Chiefs. So are the Chiefs that superior? Right? See, I go by the business part of things. I don't think there's no super team in the NFL. No team is a super team in the NFL. It's predetermined. That's why I have these conversations with people. You never hear me call anybody a super team because it's all about who they want to win. Look what happened with the 49ers yesterday. Not yet yesterday, a couple days ago in the Rams. Right? If it was real, who was supposed to actually win that game? Right? So, my thing is this. I always want people to know, am I saying that the Seahawks is going to win the championship? No. I don't have a Super Bowl pick this year. Right now. At all. At all. Let me say that. I don't have a Super Bowl pick at all. I'm giving you guys NFC picks, I always said I'm high. I could be high on the Rams because of their situation with that whole stadium shit, right? Is it officially over, right? So I still hold them there, but then I thought about it. I don't think they'll give Stafford two rings. Maybe would they do that? It was better off giving him back-to-backs if that was the case. But Stafford with 2 rings, I'm not sure. They gave him his 1. So honestly, they actually went down as far as my pick. Right? And that's why I said Seahawks. I put Seahawks over on top of them. But the number 14, right? When I said on the show, I guess you could say last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, number 14 also stands for a Cardinal, right? So are we going to say Arizona Cardinals is going to make it to the Super Bowl? I don't know if I can say that. But I did put that out there. I think I'm the only one on the net that probably says some shit like that. Right? See, the Seahawks in the playoffs, I'm definitely taking that for sure. See, I think everybody, even though a lot of people say shit is scripted, everybody still focuses on the main teams. We have to be honest. Well, I don't. But for a lot of people who think it's scripted, still only pays attention to the main teams, and they don't pay attention to the other teams. I think that's the issue. Now, I hear people talking about. Now, this is me just being a numbers guy. They call it conspiracy theorists all y'all want. I do understand the Ravens, Arthur Jones, former Ravens Arthur Jones passed away, which was crazy because his last big play, I remember, was in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which was crazy. Right? That was his last big play. So what, as people going to say, we're going to see San Francisco and the Ravens Super Bowl? Is this what you guys thinking? Because I see a lot of guys is heavy on Lamar. So I'll be saying, first off, 49ers, I don't think they're going to make it, because when you have two quarterbacks, you have none. Or do they win? Or do they win and your man Mac Jones ends up getting a big contract to go somewhere else? Because I don't see them keeping him. But the 49ers, I'm keeping an eye on. Only because the Super Bowl was in San Francisco. And as we know, majority, when good teams have a Super Bowl in their stadium, there's always some type of controversy or something to make things interesting. It happens all the time. I find it funny they're having a quarterback controversy on the same year that they have the Super Bowl being played in San Francisco. That's how you bring more light and you bring more attention. Super Bowl's going to get attention already, right? But being that is where it's being played, why don't we make things interesting for that team? I don't fall for that shit no more. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've been done. I don't fall for the things that the NFL does. Right? I don't see that. Right? So I looked at it like this. I said, Arthur Jones, he died at the age of 39, right, guys? So, I just laughed. No, not him passing away, but the age that he died. So I was like, okay, 39. 39. We all know when you flip that, you get the 6 to 6 to 6. Right? So I would say, yo, is there a case for the 49ers? You flip that, you get 6. Right? 6, 6, 6. 18. Right? Steelers got 6. Patriots got 6. You just need the 49ers to hit the 6, though. It ain't going to be the Cowboys. Right? 49ers hit the 6. Now you got 6, 6, 6. On the same year that the Super Bowl is being played in San Francisco. Now, that would be too suspect. Right? It would be too suspect. At least for me, it would be too suspect. If that happens, I'll laugh. Like, oh, shit. It actually happened. Look at me sitting there being some goddamn conspiracy theorist, right? Quote unquote. And look, it actually happened. But then that's something I'll just put in the safe. Right? 666. Right? But then I looked at it, what's 9 times 3? 9 times 3. Because remember, a lot of numbers are hidden. And it's not the gematria stuff I'm talking about. I'm talking about a lot of stuff is hidden. Every Super Bowl winner, there was some number that was hidden. You know, the 3s and the 6s. You guys know that. Right? So I'm like, 9 times 3 is 27. 2-7. There goes that 2-7 again. 2-7 again. So then when I said 2-7, right, guys? Not just hear me out. 2-7. 2-7. 2-7. Once again, that brings me back to something that happened last month, right? That we're going to get into. What's 2 times 7? Right? Somebody tell me what's 2 times 7. It's 14. Right? It was 14. Now, once again, people, I'm not saying Sam Darnold was going to win the Super Bowl. Let me make that clear, because by the time February comes, I don't want to hear, even the ending of January, I don't want to hear nobody's mouth. But I want you guys to have an open mind. 14. There you go. There you go, guys. So 2 times 7. So Arthur Jones dies at the age of 39. 999 is 27. And you multiply that, you get 14 once again. See, NFL has a way of doing this. Last year they did this. The year before that, they always talk about certain things, and things is always happening where these numbers add up to somebody winning goddamn Super Bowl. Remember that time when 49ers and the 49ers and the Chiefs 2 years ago, whatever? How everything was just adding up to Patrick Mahomes' number. Right? It was weird. Right? Right? So then I'm like, okay. Wow. That's another one. And then now, right? We also bring back the Charlie Kirk, right? Just hear me out, y'all. Charlie Kirk dies, right? All of a sudden he dies. Because he died, he's an Arizona guy. That's why I brought up the whole Arizona. Let me just put that out there. Charlie Kirk, his birthday, the day of his birthday is coming up, actually. Could somebody tell me Charlie Kirk's birthday real quick? If there's somebody that's quick, I don't know if you're on your computers or your phone. Could somebody tell me Charlie Kirk's birthday? It's in October. But when in October? Put it in the chat, please. Come on. I need y'all to be quick. It's going to be a little lesson. I need y'all to be quick. Oh, my God. Coalition Breezy. That looks like 14. October 14th. He died at the age of 31, too. 31. 3-1. Noah, I heard that George Floyd's birthday is the 13th. I don't really know the real truth about that. But that's still kind of eerie, though. That is still kind of eerie, though. So we got to do the real fact check on that one. Right? October 14th. So then you add in another 14, right? The NFL always tends to do this all the time. Now you guys is hearing me, right? I just want you to, whatever you guys is doing, just hear me out. So that's another 14 that we got going on, right? I guess we broke down about 314 so far. How just things is funny, right? Now, let's bring it back. See, because these are if this happens to happen, we have a lot of videos that we have to cover that I've done these past couple weeks or month or so. Right? Now I got something else. Hear me out, y'all. Y'all remember the shooter, right? Shane Tamaru, right? That came here in New York. That so-called died. They said it was for CTE, right? Quote unquote, right? He came from Las Vegas all the way here to New York, right? Y'all hear me, right? I know y'all hear me. Just listen. He came here to New York to go to the NFL floor. Didn't go to the NFL floor. He ended up on the 33rd floor, ironically. Here we go with that 33 shit, right? He came to the 33rd floor, right? Right? He came to the 33rd floor. Didn't work out. Long story short, he died, right? You know what was so funny about that? Not him dying, but you know what was so funny about that? Could somebody in the chat also let me know what was the age of Shane Tamaru when he died? Shane, last name Tamaru. How old was Shane Tamaru when he died? Quote unquote. How old was he? We're gonna have to. We did a show on this already. Somebody let me know. How old was Shane Tamaru when he died? Please put that in the chat for me. Please, good brothers, good sisters that's in the chat. I mean, that's watching. Please put it in the chat for me. Yes, make sure y'all press that like button. That's right, Irvin K. I'm gonna get to my shout outs too. But I gotta put the open mind in for you guys. Right? No. He wasn't 33. He wasn't 33, Mike. Which was he was trying to go to NFL he was trying to go on the NFL floor, but ended up on the 33rd floor, which is kind of weird. Right? Shane Tamaru was a specific age when he passed away. 27. Shane Tamaru was 27, y'all. Shane Tamaru was 27 when he died. Here we go with that 2-7 once the fuck again. Y'all remember the show, right? Y'all remember I did that show? Breaking it down, right? Yes, that's right, Trey Finesse. 2 times 7 gives you what? What does it give you? 2 times, there you go. I see y'all. I see the chat. I see everything you guys are saying. The 2 times 7 gives you the what? Yeah, we know what it gives you.
Are you fucking serious?
All of a sudden, you dying at 27. You're driving from Vegas all the way to New York, right? It gives you the 1-4. And oh, by the way, well, I don't know. It may take a long time for you guys to find this one, but I can say it for you. Y'all know he played high school, right? Football, right? I think he played in California as well, right? He played high school football in California, which was also ironic, right? Shane Tamaru, he played football in high school. You guys know what his jersey number was? Well, I don't want to like take a long time, but you know what his jersey number was? His jersey number was 5. Shane Tamaru was 5. 5. Shane's Tamaru jersey number. His jersey number was 5 in high school. Yes. There goes that 1-4 shit once again. Now, if this is a stretch, I'll take it. I'll take it. Or maybe the 1-4, maybe this whole 14 is not for the Seahawks. Maybe it's for another team, right? But I won't be surprised if 14 ends up a big deal. That's what I'm saying. 14 can lead to another team, people. Let's just say that. It could lead to another team, so we can still be half as right. But, yes, Shane Tamaru was number 5. That was his jersey number, ironically. And there goes the 1-4 once again. See, you know what's so crazy? I come up with this shit like this instantly. Whenever I hear a story, I put numbers together. And I also like to pay attention to the things that they don't talk about. But the information is out there as well. Right? Let's see what else. And I'm not going to say last but not least. But, so that's when I was saying, so what if we get, remember what I said? Wouldn't it be funny if we was to get 2 7 seeds to face off in the Super Bowl? Remember I said that, over a month ago? Not saying that's going to happen. But wouldn't that be funny if we was to get 2 7 seeds face off in the Super Bowl? Or if we was to get a number 2 seed versus a number 7 seed, right? Or if we was to get a number 1 seed versus a number 4 seed. So I repeat, a number 1 versus a 4 seed, a number 2 versus a 7 seed, or 2 7 seeds facing off in the Super Bowl. That should be funny.
Are you fucking serious?
1 versus 4, 2 versus 7, or 2 7s. That should be funny as hell. Not saying that's going to happen. That's the reason why if you guys ask me what's my Super Bowl matchup, I can't say it yet. I'm not going to give my Super Bowl matchup until I see the Super Bowl, until the playoffs hit. Until I see the playoff matchups. That's when I'll give my Super Bowl prediction. But the clues I'm giving you guys is I would like to see who's going to be number 1, the number 1 seed on both conferences. Who's going to be the number 2 seed on both conferences? Who's going to be the number 4 seeds in both conferences? And who's going to be the number 7 seed in both conferences? I'm curious to know who's going to be the seeds on those particular conferences. 1 versus 4, 2 versus 7, or do we get 2 7s? That's why I can't tell you a Super Bowl matchup. But if the Seattle ends up 1 or 2 or 4 or a 7, we got something to talk about. So y'all see where I'm getting at, right? Now, last but not least, but the latest update on the number 1 and 4. Since you guys, because I see you guys in the chat, I hear what y'all talk about. See, you're making sense. That's what I'm talking about. You're making sense. What's the latest information that we had got? What's the latest information that we had got? That was something funny. Well, I'll tell you. Your man Sean Diddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy Combs. Puff Daddy, if that's what you know him as. Puff. Originally, not yesterday, but a couple days ago, the judge mentioned 11 years. They mentioned 11 years. I found it funny why they mentioned 11 years. No, I'm not going to say it has anything to do with 9/11, but 11 years. Now, there's one upcoming um, wide receiver, and he happens to play on the Seattle Seahawks. He happens to play in the Seattle Seahawks, and by the end of this year, he should be a top 5 wide receiver. You know, there's a lot of, I guess, talented wide receivers, right? What's his name? Jackson, right? Jackson Smith, the Nig Nigba. I can't pronounce the last name too correct, right? But he's about to be like the guy from Ohio State, right? He's about to break in the top 5. Yeah. Let's call him Jackson. That's his name, his first name, right? He's about to break in the top 5 wide receiver. Yes, JSN, exactly. And he happens to be number 11. And this guy is about to be, like, anybody has him on their fantasy, you should be doing good with him, to be honest with you. For all the fantasy players out there, all of a sudden this guy's a breakout, right? Sam Darnold and him, NFL has them clicking like this. And I found that funny. 11 years. You know, they bring up 11 years, right? But you know what's so crazy? Forget the 11 years. How many years did Puff Daddy end up getting yesterday? Please write that down in the chat. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yep. 4 years. 4 year. Yeah, I see that, Irvin K. Yeah, B5, all these things is happening in that week 4. Funny, right? Say Friday. Yeah, things ended. Yeah, Friday football. 4 weeks. Yeah, within 4 weeks. Yeah, 4. Puff Daddy got 4 years. But you want to know what's so funny about that, guys? Let me tell you because you know the 3 is always going to be involved some way, somehow. Puff Daddy got 4 years, right, y'all? Listen, Puff Daddy got 4 years. Now, is he going to stay in jail for 4 years? No, he's not. Puff Daddy's going to stay in jail for 3 years. You want to know why? So instead of 4 years, he's going to stay in 3. Guess why? Guess why? You get 4 years, but no, it's 4 years, but check this out. Yes, JSN's birthday is on February 14th too. 2/14. 2/14. Shout out to Trey on that one. Puff Daddy gets 4 years. So where's the 1 come from in that B-Fire? Well, you remember Puff Daddy got locked up around this time last year. So you know that is 1 year already served.
Are you fucking serious?
Mm. 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 1 year served. So there goes that 1 and that 4. That's right, Trey. I was out there because you know I live right down the block from the court, from the main court. I live right down the block. Yes, they're giving him because he was already in jail already, so they're going to give him that 1 year serve already. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? That's crazy, right, Trey? So he's getting 4 years, but 1 year already served. So in 3 years, you should be seeing Puff. Because remember, we haven't seen him for 1 year because he's been locked up, right? So that means in 2000 like 28, he should be getting out, right? So I mean, let's see something. Hold on, y'all. I'm checking something. I think I had something else. I had something else for y'all. Shit. Oh yeah, yeah. Little fun. This is something fun. This ain't nothing serious. Yo, shout out to the Philadelphia Phillies. The Philadelphia Phillies, the baseball team, right? The Philadelphia Phillies are offering a 999 challenge of hot dogs and beers for the postseason, whatever that means. So it's a 999 challenge. They just announced it yesterday. Ironically, what the fuck is up with these 3 nines going on? I know if you bring it upside down, it's 666. And also brings me back to the age of the man of the Arthur Jones that died at the age of 39. I'm telling you guys, all this shit is encoded with numbers, which 9 times 3 is 27. Once again, a 2 and a 7 is 14. So this is funny. Oh, Trey Finesse. Who I think is winning the World Series. I'll tell you this. I hope I'm looking for Philly to eliminate the Dodgers, which I find it funny. It's 2 times 3, which is 6, right? But when it's time to meet that road, we'll talk about that one. So yeah, I just needed you guys to understand that the 1-4 happening so much, right? I'm seeing a lot of 1-4 crap going on, and yeah, let me go back to the odds. I'm gonna go back to those odds, and just for everybody in the chat, we are talking about the whole NFC, who we think is gonna win the NFC. That's the topic. That's the main topic. Let's go into the odds. Time to go back into the odds. That's right. NFL. And these are the ones that I am going to do. Starting today, I'm going to start to do. I'll start off with just to make the divisional round. Just to make the divisional round. Seattle Seahawks are a 220. So just to win one game in the playoffs, if they go to the playoffs, assuming that they don't end up with the number 1 overall seed. If they don't end up with the number 1 overall seed, because now it's crunching down. You got the Eagles, they're still undefeated, but remember, 49ers only have 1 loss. Seahawks only have 1 loss. Tampa Bay only has 1 loss. So you got to start looking at things like that too. A lot of teams only have 1. There's a couple of teams that only have 1 loss. So there's room for somebody to make it and do something else, right? Eagles are only undefeated team. Detroit Lions only have 1 loss. Greenbay Packers only have 1 loss, but they have a tie, right? Tampa Bay 1 loss. Seahawks and San Francisco 49ers both with 1 loss, right? So, oh wow, let me see. Okay, coded for Philly to go undefeated, and I don't see Philly winning no Super Bowl. I don't see that. I don't see that because what's gonna happen is then everybody's gonna start switching from the Chiefs to Philly and then thinking that Philly's gonna win the Super Bowl every single year. That's what's gonna happen. And NFL doesn't do that. And here's the thing about that. Not to be funny, we have a lot of black quarterbacks now, and I do think that being that there's a lot of black quarterbacks now, they are going to make sure that the white quarterbacks shine more, being that there's a lot of black starting quarterbacks. Now, Jalen Hurts got his, but pay attention to what's going on with a lot of these black quarterbacks, especially always getting injured now. Right? Motherfuckers keep getting injured now all of a sudden, more and more. I see the play. I see the play that's going on, right? So you got Seahawks at 3-1. You know, they can tie it up this week, right? What else? Oh yeah. Okay. So Seahawks at 2,200. Let me get that out. Let me make sure I bring that up. There you go. Yeah, that's a nice little parlay right here. I like so look at that. Seahawks, boom. Right? Now you got I like this one right here. I think Phoenix Mercury's winning the championship. Let me see what we got here. Stage of elimination. That's a divisional. To make it to the NFC Championship, just to make it to the NFC Championship, we got Seattle Seahawks at a plus 650. Of course, that's the three. That brings it back to the three. Plus 665, 650, 6 times 5, 3. It brings it back to the three. Now, I mean, there's a lot of case for a lot of teams with the three, right? But I'm just saying though. Look at that. To make the Super Bowl, to make it, not win. They don't have to win. If they win, whatever. But just to make it, Seattle Seahawks are a plus 1,600. Plus 1,600 to make it to the Super Bowl. These are odds that I am definitely fucking doing. Right? I'm not telling any of you guys to go and do that. As you guys see, I know a lot of people's heavy on the Eagles. You could take the Eagles if you want. Green Bay Packers. I'm doing Green Bay and Seattle. Right? I'm doing Green Bay and Seattle. Green Bay, I don't think I need to talk to you guys about that because I've said it plenty of times. But I'm also doing my backup is Seattle. Green Bay and Seattle is who I'm rocking with. The Lions, I'm not doing.
You stupid. Oh! Are you fucking serious?
I'm just not. I'm just not doing that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. You got San Francisco 49ers, and you got the Rams. Got Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, I see what's going on. Tampa Bay have moved to third for me. You know, so it's like Green Bay, Seattle, or Seattle, Green Bay, however you want to see it. And then Tampa Bay, I put in third. The Rams, I phased out. Which would be funny if they end up going, right? But I have phased them out. I think they just going to be gimmicky at this point. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If they win, I'm like, yo, if the Rams go, then at this point, you need to give me a Rams versus Chiefs. I've been saying that shit for years. If that happens, just give me a Rams versus Chiefs. I'm not even going to lie to you. If that happens, give me Rams. If the Rams do something, if the Rams go back to the Super Bowl, I don't want to see them face nobody but the Chiefs. I've been saying this shit for fucking... It's about going on... When I first noticed this whole Rams and Chiefs thing, I first noticed it in 2018. It's been 7 years since I first exposed it. Now, to the public, maybe in 2021, 22, but I first noticed it back in 2018. The little, and then things started to creep up little by little. That's why I felt comfortable going crazy about it on 2022, 2021, right? But I've been saying it for 7 years to myself. If we're going to see a fucking Super Bowl with the Rams, I need to see the Chiefs. It need to be Rams and Chiefs. And you guys know I'm always going to stick with that. Just give us that at this point. Other than that, I don't give a fuck about the Rams going to the Super Bowl again if they don't do that, right? So anyway, that's besides the point, right? So yeah, I like the Seahawks right now equally with the Packers to go to the Super Bowl. For right now, once again, AFC, I cannot speak on the AFC right now until maybe week 10. I just got to see how things change, right? But I did tell you guys, just don't count out the Ravens so quick, right? Because you got to think about the other teams that's going to do bad too. That's behind the Ravens. What is Cleveland going to do? What is Cincinnati going to do, right? And then you also got to think about the other teams in the other divisions. How are they going to do? Is the Ravens bad enough to where they can't even secure a 7th seed? That's how I look at things. I don't just look at it as, this specific team is done. Yeah, okay, if you think they're done, that's fine. But are there other teams that's way better than them to the point where they can't secure at least the 7th seed? Right? Are you going to say Vegas is better than them? Are you going to say the Chiefs, not the Chiefs, the Miami's better than them? Are you going to say the Patriots is better than them? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to say the Titans is better than them? Yeah, you guys got to really look at that before you just sit there and say they're done. And that also goes for any team in the NFC as well. Right? I mean, it's teams that we know, ain't no chance they winning. But they still want to keep Lamar's name there for conversation. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want you guys to know that. But you know, I gotta give my shout out to my chat, right? We got Mike Lenz in the goddamn building. Shout out to Mike Lenz. He was in the building. Reserved Intelligence was in the goddamn building. Reserved Intelligence. Shout out. Drop a goddamn bomb for Reserve. My guy. Repeat. We got Repeat 7-4 in the goddamn building. Yo, Repeat, what's up, my guy? Repeat in the goddamn building. Right? Who else we got? DJ Halton. He was in the goddamn building. Hey, yo, DJ. Somebody drop a bomb for DJ. Shout out to my man Noah E. Noah E in the goddamn building. Somebody guard your children. That's right. Who else we got? We got my man Ishmael Reeves. Ishmael Reeves in the goddamn building. Georgia in the building. Yo, Ishmael, what up? Drop a bomb. That's right. My man Tom. Hey, yo, Thomas. What's good, my guy? He in the goddamn building. Tom. I need a bomb, please. My man Mello the Great 13. Mello the Great 13 in the goddamn building. Drop a bomb. That's right. That's my man Dez Dixon. My man Dez in the building. What's up, Dez? Yeah. Irvin K with the K. My man Irv in the building. Drop a bomb for your man Irv. That's right. Who else we had in the chat? My man Bill Faye. My man Chill Bill Faye in the building. Drop a bomb for Chill Bill in the building. You better guard your children. That's right. I know Coalition Breezy. You know Coalition was here. Coalition, shout out to man Coalition in the goddamn building. Yo, Coalition, what's up, my guy? Of course, Rich Richmond in the building. Rich Richmond in the goddamn building. That's right. Rich Richmond in the building. Hey, yo, Rich. Bomb, please. Trey Finesse with the vest in the building. What up, Trey? Drop a bomb. Trey. my guys in the goddamn chat. That's my man Mark Horsfield. Mark Horsfield, he was in the building. Hey, yo, Mark, can I get a bomb, my guy? That's right. Shout out to my man Mark in the goddamn building. Now, when I say building people, that's for the people that's in the chat. My man Adrian Settles with the medal, of course. Adrian Settles in the building. You better guard your children. That's what I'm talking about. Well, it's my man Growtopia, aka Growtopia, in the goddamn building. Hey, yo, Grow. What's up, my guy? Pause. I gotta say pause on that one. But yeah, Growtopia in the goddamn building. Drop that mother effing bomb. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I see. I mean, Yeah. Who else we got? Who else we got? Who else we got? Is that Yeti Life? Wait, am I pronouncing that? I gotta make sure I'm pronouncing that right. And I also can't see because I have something in my goddamn eye though. You know what I'm saying? But no, Yeti Life in the goddamn building. Hey, yo, Life was good, my guy. Can I drop a bomb for you or what? What's up? So I had to drop a bomb for my guys. Now, when I say that, that's for the people that's in the chat. Now, everybody else that's watching, shout out to you. You could be anywhere in the world, but you in the head, but you here with me. My fault. I ain't even saying that shit right. I'm stupid.
You stupid. Oh! Are you fucking serious?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I needed you guys to understand that that's who we rocking with. You know, those are my picks, my updated picks. Packers is still there. I just hate that the public, you know, the fanboys, the public and shit like that don't know no better. They picking the Packers, just fucks it up, you know. But it is what it is, right? I can't just be the only one on it. You know, that fucking Seattle. I'm rocking with them. I'm not saying I'm rocking with that. I don't have no favorite team. I don't have no favorite team. Let that be known. But you know, them and shit, what else? Like, listen, as far as week 5 this week, y'all, I don't know how y'all feel about week 5. It's a little suspect week. There's certain teams that I expect to win that have no business losing, quote unquote NFL style, right? Let's see what's gonna happen. Oh yes. Yeah. Irvin K says, yeah, Lissa Thompson wears number 2025. Right? Now, here's the thing, Irvin. I'm picking Phoenix Mercury to win the championship. I said that already, and I'm making it clear. And I'm kind of glad that they lost yesterday. Because I found it was a funny stat. You want to know what the funny stat was? Phoenix Mercury can get their fourth championship. Right? They can get their fourth championship, and Alyssa Thompson can actually get her first championship. Tell me why they said that shit 3 times yesterday. They said that shit 3 times yesterday. Alyssa Thompson can get her first championship, giving Phoenix Mercury their 4th championship overall. 1-4. So yes, for the bettors out there, have Phoenix Mercury. You can actually get them at underdog money right now at plus 172, which is good. Anybody that thinks Vegas is going to do it, by all means, bet it. I can understand. You know, they're going for their 3rd. So you know how that goes with the number 3, but they're going for their 3rd, right? But there's a lot of teams in sports who have 2 championships. Why didn't they get their 3rd? You know, so it depends on the year they take it, whatever. But yeah, I'm with Phoenix Mercury to win, as you guys know. For the members, I sent you guys the picks last night, so we're gonna see what's up with that. Got a UFC pick, got a college pick, and three NFL picks. I sent you guys 3 NFL picks. The UFC, which a lot of people probably know where I'm going with this, and a college game. So, that's what that was, right? Next week I will be going live, so I won't have this set up or whatever, but I'm gonna be going live, Express Live, with you guys. I'll be in Vegas next week once again, as I'm always there. I'm gonna be in Vegas next week. I'm gonna be going live. I was thinking, well, on Lobo's show, of course, the Pick'em show, I'll be going live. I'm gonna be there live. If I'm gonna do my own show, I gotta tell you guys, I have to let you know what time of the day I'll be going live. The Giants and the Eagles play next week, right? I do want to go live on a Tuesday and a Wednesday as well, just so we could talk about what's probably going to happen, because some funny shit's probably going to happen this week. We all know that, right? So, I mean, that's what it is, Little nice random live today. I like that one. Shout out to all you guys, right? So I will be live in a couple days. Sunday I don't want to go live. I got to do a lot of prep from when I leave, and then other things I have to take care of. Could we do something random on Sunday? If we get some new news tonight, we could possibly go live tomorrow early, right? So I mean, I need to know from you guys: is it rigged? Is it scripted? Is it fixed? I don't know. You got to tell me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not playing with y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Anybody that's asking about the whole membership thing, it's in the description. In the YouTube description, go on the website. It's right there. Easy. For anybody that 30-day membership is coming to an end, you already know. Just redo it again. But other than that, y'all gonna catch me on the post. Make a post. BeFire31. You already know that. BeFire1 on Instagram, but BeFire31 on Twitter. Hit me up. Let's keep continuing to win. Let's keep continuing to cash. Let's keep continuing to beat that ass. And when new information comes out, I got y'all. I'm out.